Our next honoree is William McCulloch, an Ohio GOP congressman and unlikely civil rights activist who was instrumental in passing key legislation ensuring equal rights for all Americans. Born outside Holmesville, Ohio in 1903, William grew up in rural Ohio in a family descended from pre-Civil War abolitionists. He attended the College of Wooster before earning his law degree from The Ohio State University in 1925. Several years later, he eloped to Covington, Kentucky with his young bride, Mabel Harris. The pair would have 2 daughters, Nancy and Anne. After a brief stint as a teacher, McCulloch headed to Jacksonville to practice law. While in Florida, the young white lawyer in his trademark red suspenders was appalled by the discriminatory Jim Crow laws that relegated black people across the South to second-class citizens, returning to Ohio and launching his political career in Piqua by being elected to the Ohio House of Representatives in 1933. McCulloch had rose to become Ohio House Speaker when World War II broke out. Despite being age 40, McCulloch resigned his speakership and enlisted in the military, serving overseas in Europe during the war. In 1947, McCulloch was elected to Congress for the first 14 conservative terms, representing Piqua and West Central Ohio. Despite being an old-school fiscal conservative who supported prayer in schools and fought gun control, McCulloch was a strong backer of civil rights. In 1963, as President John F. Kennedy sought to pull together a bipartisan coalition to finalize meaningful civil rights legislation, he turned for help to McCulloch, the top Republican on the powerful House Judiciary Committee. However, McCulloch's district was only about 3% black, meaning there was no obvious political benefit for the Ohio congressman. In July 1963, a secret meeting was held between McCulloch and Burke Marshall, Kennedy's point person on civil rights. At the meeting, McCulloch pledged he would deliver the needed Republicans' votes to pass the bill in the U.S. House provided that Kennedy agreed to several simple terms. Those terms: give full credit to Republicans for their votes, and stand firm in the Senate when Southern Democrats try to use the filibuster to water down the bill. A bargain was struck, and McCulloch kept his word, serving as an instrumental figure in getting the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and 1968, as well as the Voting Rights Act of 1965, enacted into law. With a well-known sweet tooth for pumpkin pie at the local Elks Club, McCulloch held numerous rounds of public meetings across his district each month, often working 7 days a week. McCulloch believed that principles ought not to be surrendered in the face of popular opinion and powerful lobbyists. Hung on the wall of his Piqua law office was a statement that the 18th century statesman Edmund Burke had made to his electors. Your representative owes you, not his industry only, but his judgment, and he betrays you instead of serving you if he sacrifices it to your opinion. After McCulloch's death from a heart attack in 1980, a letter was found in his possessions from Kennedy's widow, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. I know that you, more than anyone, were responsible for the civil rights legislation of the 1960s. You made a personal commitment to President Kennedy in October 1963 against all the interests of your district. When he was gone, your personal integrity and character were such that you held to that commitment, despite enormous pressure and political temptations to not do so. There were so many opportunities to sabotage the bill without appearing to do so, but you never took them. On the contrary, you brought everyone along with you.
My grandfather, William McCulloch, saw himself as a humble person from humble beginnings, someone who believed in upholding the Constitution of the United States, and he called civil rights human rights. And this is what he said: we are a nation of many people and many views. In such a nation, the prime purpose of a legislator, from wherever they may come, is to accommodate the interests, desires, and needs of all of our citizens. To alienate some in order to satisfy others not only is a disservice to those we alienate, but a violation of the principles of our republic. Lawmaking is the reconciliation of divergent views. In a democratic society like ours, the purpose of representative government is to soften tension and reduce strife while upholding the God-given rights for all people. Be honest, truthful, and kind. Go to school and take it seriously. It's the one thing that nobody can take away from you. Knowledge is power, and find the truth. Have compassion, Know that opinions, views, and beliefs will differ, but that doesn't mean that we can't reason together and find common ground. We are more alike than we are different, and that compromise is always necessary. Keep a cool head, always do the right thing, never give up, stay faithful and grateful. It took great people in the past to make things right, and it will take great people in the present and in the future. Strive to be a leader and lead by example. He said, if you can be dishonest in little, you can be dishonest in much. Don't give up, steady the course, make sound decisions, do what you can when you can to ensure a good life for the common man and for those less fortunate than you.
To me, William McCulloch's legacy is opportunity. His instrumental role in getting the 1965 Voting Rights Act passed has allowed individuals like myself not only to actively participate within our civic duties, but to also dream big and dream of becoming part of these governmental institutions. As a fellow Ohioan, I'm proud to say that.